After a long offseason, the Call of Duty League is back. A lot has changed since OpTic went back to back, and the league looks completely different than it did last year. BO7 is really fun to play, but it's even better to watch in my opinion. Regardless, there was some great matches, but before we get into the games, here's a look at the 2026 roadmap, which includes 4 majors along with COD champs and EWC. There are also 2 minor tournaments, a Pro-Am at Major 3, and an 18 play-in tournament for Major 2. Almost every roster made changes except for OpTic, and we got a new game mode called Overload to replace Control this year. In opening day, OpTic's new dynasty faces its first test. Breach and Ravens went back and forth to prove themselves early in the season, and aBeZy played Simp for the first time as FaZe and Thieves collided. The first match of the season is the 2025 champs OpTic Texas versus the newly formed Vegas Falcons. Pred and Exnid remained on the roster with Cellium and KiSMeT joining to round out the team. On paper they look great, but in recent offseason tournaments they've been kinda underwhelming. Mercules is entering his second season with no signs of slowing down, and OpTic picked up right where they left off on the first map of the year, getting off to a 57-0 lead. Falcons fought back and cut down the lead little by little until taking it halfway through the game.
It was very much a test for both of our squads. A strong start from the OpTic boys, but right now Cellium on a 4 spree halfway towards his Hellstorm.
For this man pushed up, Mercules trying to follow that into place. Everybody sort of filling into that conga line, surrounding the hill. They need to break quick.
Yeah, trying to find these kills, but it's not happening. Mercules holding it down with an iron fist. The pistol into the back. A 5 spree on time. The shoulder shimmy. One more for the... A few more seconds over towards new Huke once again. The man of the moment. Mr. Rotation himself.
Now Shotzzy had a slow start and heated up later into the map before OpTic took over in the second set of rotations. Now when it came to the S&D, OpTic were dominant for the first 3 rounds before Pred got a 1v2 that temporarily shifted the momentum.
Oh, behind enemy lines, and this is going to hurt. Eyes on the first man, the snap towards the second. But Cellium managed to get away with his life into the jaws of the rest of his team. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a Shotzzy moment if ever we've seen one. The trade's complete though, and now exit from prone. Able to cause a ton of damage into Huke. The trade's there once again, and OpTic, immaculate teamwork, gets them to a 2v1.
And Pred is busy on the opposite side of the map, but he's made it a 1v1. Former teammates going down. He's got the sub and he's got the timing. Straight in for the kill.
Some great plays from Falcons, like Pred's defuse, helped them tie the game, but Merc and Shotzzy ultimately led the charge before winning the Den S&D 6-4. Like I said earlier, this year we have a new game mode called Overload. There's one device in the middle of the map, and you gotta pick it up and carry it to the enemy zones. It reminds me of Blitz from Ghost with a twist. I'm happy to have anything besides Control, to be honest, but OpTic dominated this game, and you could tell because the coordination from Falcons was not there. It's gonna take some time for teams to learn this mode, and Falcons got some work to do.
They get a trade. Mercules still with a nade to go with. Pred down the close left. A team nade, and that should be good for the second. Gets it through.
In this moment, and they're losing every gunfight. And the reason it's rare, you're going to find out, is because you lose immediately. That's why if you're on the right side, they wrap it out towards the bottom or middle side of the map. Because if not, well, Shotzzy gets to detonate.
And now we got topside spawn once again. Mercules catching Exnid in a really unfortunate moment. A couple of big kills on the players on spawn. That's going to be out of the goal. It's going to be 4-0. It's going to be 4-0 indeed.
Merc and Shotzzy single-handedly outslayed the Falcons and won the first series of BO7 with a complete sweep. Mercules finished this match with a 1.8. I'm starting to think this guy is AI or something because this is getting ridiculous. Shotzzy wasn't far behind him, and OpTic continues to look like the best team in the game right now. We got a post-game interview with Merc and some funny clips from Dashy to close out their win.
Merc, I want to get in your head a little bit. Talk to me kind of about the pressure coming into this season, a little bit on your shoulders and how you're handling that.
I don't really feel any pressure, to be honest, because I don't know. I have a bunch of vets around me, and they just make it easy. So,
dude, Perk is comedy. The 2-0 round in the S&D, and then it's a 2v1. He's like, stay up, I'm flanking, and then he's got like a little bit of like heavy breathing going on. Like, what the f? Look, he's frying. He's 6-0. He's 1 off a Hellstorm. He kills the last guy and gets the trade. And they're like, nice, Perk, you have a Hellstorm maybe? And then he goes, holy shit, my heart's beating so fast. I'm like, I look over.
7,500 damage from Shotzzy is crazy. He's going to be an absolute demon in Overload. Great start to the season. Now my Go MC. At least he got the bag. This guy put it simple. Merc pubbin. Now the second match of the day was lower tier teams compared to the other matches, but I expected it to be very competitive, with both teams needing to prove themselves. Ravens more so because they built their entire team around Slash Slasher with Nero and 2 rookies, Traix and Lurk. Slasher's job security needs to be studied as he's only one of 3 players to ever play 13 pro seasons. Breach kept the same roster except for Awakening, who Cammy replaced. I believe this is a roster upgrade on paper. Cammy proved why he belongs on the team today. Neither team has been rated highly in preseason predictions, but now's their first test. The first map was Colossus Hardpoint, where we saw flashbacks of Cold War Cammy in action. Ravens kept up with them until the second set of rotations, where they flatlined and lost 250 to 153.
W19, yeah, no, it's not. They're on there. What's going on? Snoop through mid. What a banging 2-piece. The third man upstairs. Don't do it. Thank God you didn't. Thank God you did it. Purge now over the top as the hard point is all Boston, and map 1 closes out for them.
The S&D on Scar was much closer, and I really like this map overall. Both teams went back and forth, and then Snoopy started using some creative strats to get the edge.
But quite excited. That's what we see. There he is. You sneaky devil. He's going to get this. Go on, Snoop. Round the corner. Here we go. Ha-ha! Bounces.
Breach forced the first round 11 of the season, and here's what happened.
The nade. Fighting forward we go. Slasher playing the island role as ever. Traix, great damage. Nero with a follow-up there on the cam. So no killer cam here in round 11. More activity as another sweet nade from the Ravens. Gifts from above. Now nasty 1v3. They know where he is. He's pinned, surely. He's been gifted a window to get in towards the site. Will he check upstairs? Saw the head. Great damage. Has to get away with his life. The Ravens now shoulder to shoulder together. 1 up, 1 down. Nasty. Fast wrap. Don't hate this. Can he catch at least 1 man? He goes high. The perfect maneuver from Nero.
Yup, Nero closed the game out for Carolina, and it was a good effort from everyone to get that win, especially since Boston is a stronger respawn team. You gotta take those S&Ds. When we got to the overload, we got a listen in from Boston, and they sounded locked in and urgent for the win.
One on Traix. D back with 11. Yeah, they could have run them in. One running the mid crease. One back left still, guys. Main near. Yeah, I'm still stamp, guys. You guys mean okay? Yeah, he's side door me near. Chance, guy. D back. Lurk's D back. Yeah, there's 2 D back. I'm watching out. I'm trying. One shot. Absolutely. Side weak. Take your time, Eric. Play kills. Flash was out, Eric. Yeah, here. Give me 2, Eric. Fuck it. I'll see you later. I'll give you, Eric. You're gonna wrap that. You're wrapping it, boys. Wrapping deep right, okay? I'm wrapping you back. They're going right. Yeah, they could go back to left, like shoulders on the right. Oh, yeah, no, he's already through the right, okay? Near. That's over that. Nice. One might push some left. Maybe. Both here. I can help you. Hit my blue. Ball's in. He child to the left. And one's pushing up blue, I think, bro. One's already our side or something. Nice, one's already our side. Trust. He's there. I don't see him. Yo, he's in close right corner, yeah. Got me? Yeah, I don't know. He went backed up, I think. He's on me close, turn. Out. Nice, on the ball. He's like close. Heading. On the head, back up in here. I'm laying down close. For Lurks, guys. I'm holding 3 pitches. You got it? Yeah, I got it. I heard.
Boston extended the lead, and then Traix got some crazy timing and failed to watch the goal with just seconds left.
But yeah, folks, Snoopy going big. Can somebody grab the rock? Fight it forward. 5 seconds. Anyone there on the kill for Nero? No, he finds 2, and that will be it. Regular time. The shot clock is on. Here we go. Purge still trying to make a move. He's doing this alone. Anybody else here with him to get the kills?
They're going towards B.
Purge. Wait. Traix! He does it!
Carolina fought back with 2 goals, but they ultimately lost. Now, before we got into the 4th hardpoint, opening day lost its steam a little bit and lost a lot of viewers because of a 1-hour delay. Man, I reheated my pub sub and I was ready to destroy it while watching map 4, but I was pretty disappointed I couldn't. Good thing the series was pretty fun to watch whenever they restarted everything, but the chat was not happy and they were going in on the CDL. When map 4 finally got started, Carolina kept the game close throughout the entire exposure, with the rookies leading the charge, but they were shut down in the final 3 hills to close out the map.
Lurks just goes and gets the spawns for his team.
These guys might be doing the head bashing, but I might have the concussion right now. 160 to 143. Single man on time though. Purge has got a hold. Purge is on the contest. Still a man in there. Cammy with a pistol. We swap to our sidearm as we dive in. Can we get a few more seconds here? Cammy on a spree, and after the wait, it
Breach
is
took over at opening day, and Nasty drops a 1.4 over the series.
You got to think, like, with you coming in, you'd be able to help lead these guys a little bit. Is that the role you've taken on in sort of like developing them and helping getting them to that next level, I should say?
Yeah, I just say it's more like bringing more consistency. I think that's just basically what they suffered with last year, like a bit of like a lot of up and down.
Some comments after the match. I wish I had the same job security as Slasher. I love this Boston squad. Everyone on it is super likable. Nasty was hooping. I can't wait to see what he does for the Boston team this year. EU bias, but Nasty was such a good pickup. Now the final match of the day has a lot of history behind it. Scrap and Drazah have built a pretty good rivalry over the years, but I think we've seen the worst of it. Things seem to be cooling down nowadays, but I'm sure they're eager to compete against each other. On top of that, this is the first time we're seeing the Tiny Terrors, Simp, and aBeZy playing against each other. It doesn't even feel right, but it's an exciting storyline to follow. You got Simp, Cell, and aBeZy all on opposite teams, so leave down in the comments below who you think is going to find the most success this year. FaZe picked up 04 and Abuzah, and LA Thieves picked up Kenny and aBeZy. This is the map I was looking forward to the most, and it all started on Den Hardpoint. We got into an early listen-in with FaZe Vegas, and they were getting loud while taking a comfortable lead.
I'm in. I'm stacking top. Okay, that's fine. Too close. I'm in order, okay? You guys got it. Fucking lobby. What's lobby? He went top with no, he went lobby.
I don't see anything lobby.
Both teams wasted no time getting busy, and it started in the best way it could have. Both aBeZy and Simp were frying, dropping 30 plus, but FaZe took the lead on the second set of rotations, and it was over after that.
Second, but back to the money.
Another triple, bro.
And that calms down the map big time, right? Right before P4 is about to win it. Great plays from him. But here comes the rest of the break attempt from FaZe. 2 for 2 so far, but Hydra had a slow game. He was 9 and 20. When I looked at this scoreboard,
it might be on that. I thought 04 was going off the map there for a second, but instead he's getting 2.
Yeah, everyone's done it. You're going to see it multiple times throughout the year. It's that line.
He's turning it up. He's turning it up.
If they get there just in time, it doesn't matter. Yeah, no 04, that is so tough. Just if his teammates buy him.
When it came to the S&D, both teams went back and forth, and we saw aBeZy and 04 learn from Snoopy the previous series.
We're crawling on forward. Who will get the angle first? Go to F. First person. And it's going to be aBeZy that finds the opener. That's going to be 3 straight first bloods for Thieves. And yeah, this is why we think having Hydra and aBeZy on the same team could be a big threat in this particular mode. He's going to take a second with him.
Scrap and aBeZy helped bring the team to a 6-4 win on Scar before an incredible overload game. LA Thieves were getting points so easily at the beginning because they had map control and were patient.
That into 2, going towards the score. And that'll funnel it in. They're just going to wait a second. Let their teammates get in position.
So they know it's going to spawn
Let them
top
wrap
side.
out.
Yeah, know it's going to spawn top side. You want to make sure that they get there, get in a position to win a couple of gunfights. Don't allow FaZe to counter right away. And well, this is what we talk about. The more and more our teams play this, the better and better they are going to get. And well, Thieves are getting darn good.
And that's one of those things where we just haven't seen maybe a lot of clean 4 downs in a score where you've had a
However, FaZe made a miraculous comeback. I think they were down like 4-1, came all the way back and tied the game. It was an insane sequence and made for a great game of overload.
Gets away, have the touch the next 4 seconds. Gets another. How does Simp get 2? Someone's got to touch it.
He's got it. He's got it. So 30 seconds added on.
Here we go.
Wait, it's gonna kill him. Wait.
No! He gets through.
Wait.
Go! You gotta kill the guy back.
Wait, the tie goes to the runner! Oh, God!
It's S&D round. It's S&D round.
What? It's not over yet, and they're down 4-2?
The permit end.
What?
Oh, what just happened?
It's a double OT?
No, it's just.
Oh my.
This is just regular.
Wait.
Oh, they're gonna score. Where you score? We can score for free.
Oh my God, the tie goes to the runner! What just happened?
If we keep seeing games like this, Overload is going to be an exciting mode to watch this year. Simp had a masterclass series with little help from his team. Everybody else was struggling in the slaying department, so aBeZy got the last laugh for the time being. Speaking of aBeZy, he finished with a 1.35 and had some words about his future with LA Thieves.
Yeah, I mean, teaming with Chris, obviously we had a long career together, I feel like, as a duo, and I mean, we accomplished a lot. So obviously that's nice, but you know, sometimes things tend to fall apart, and unfortunately they did. I feel like we kind of need to move on. And I mean, Paco, he's just a beast. Like, I'm excited to play this whole season with him. He's always just taking those timings, getting like pushed up in people's spawns, just being super annoying. So
GG's LAT, all close maps. FU aBeZy. Overload is a good watch. We're all thinking it. Simp versus aBeZy would have ran worlds together in this game. So by the end of day 1, Merc and aBeZy are highlighted as the top performers of the day, with Mercules dropping a 1.8. And for day 2, we got even more interesting matchups, starting with Toronto Koi versus Miami Heretics. Now, Toronto got rid of Ben Beans and replaced him with ReaaL. In the offseason, he verbally agreed to join Miami Heretics, but within that same night, he was offered a better contract by Toronto and decided to go with them instead. Now, there was some friction between ReaaL and the Miami camp, and the Miami Heretics even released an entire statement about it, but good guy Renkor came to the rescue and settled everyone down. So it was interesting when they matched up for the first game on Saturday. Lucky ended up retiring in the offseason, and they picked up rookie Traix. He made a lot of noise in BO6, and now he's one of very few rookies in the league. When we jumped into the Scar hardpoint, there was absolutely nothing Miami could do. Everybody on Miami was getting fried for the first few hills, and Koi got up to a 131-0 lead. ReaaL and CleanX were frying and made a statement in the first map, putting Miami in the 100-point club.
Bring this one back. Still so much work to do, but it starts in the second set of rotations. And to be fair, if we've seen anything so far, you know, the very brief bit of the league we've had, there's been some points that are pretty close, and then the second set of rotations, you really see a team pull away. This will be a different story, but maybe the second set can tell a different story.
Yeah, I think maybe, you know,
we didn't get to like cast Koi much either. Like we didn't get eyes on Heretics. It was a real fun weekend, but the streak is out of 5 as he's working towards the Hellstorm. Hellstorm, make it 6 now. Make it 7. Make it 8. ReaaL got that one.
In Scar S&D, it was as close as it gets. Toronto pulled away with a 5-4 lead before Miami clutched up when it mattered, and they took it to around 11.
Vertical looks to close out the map, and he'll close it out. No, he will not. Can't get there in time. He's gone. Renkor's gone. Will he find anything? Numbers to Heretics here early. Renkor goes, gets him behind, able to finish one. All going to be on Insight now. Insight, nice damage. Emma can't finish it.
He'll throw the shoulders, the Omni moment. Yeah, just so difficult to find a pitch. He's got to find both the players.
Miami and Traix specifically kept composure after map 1 and tied the series 1-1. The same couldn't be said for the Overload. Toronto put Miami on a mixtape. I'm not even going to say much about this one because the clips speak for themselves.
Again, how far behind are Heretics, or are they just lost right now? Yeah, when it comes to this game.
Lost in the sauce.
But they might just be very far behind.
8-0. Now that will seal it. That is the biggest blowout we have seen.
Miami surprisingly bounced back from this in the Den hardpoint behind MettalZ 30 piece and Super with 1 minute and 30 seconds hill time.
Got 2 kind of watching Dojo's side. On the other, ReaaL and Traix. They're battling. Welcome to the team. He gets slammed. Now dancing with MettalZ. And there the help is in. Nice teamwork there from Koi. Nice bait and switching. And then one to throw into the fray for Heretics. Super is lighting it up. I'm just hoping it is Super.
No, it's MettalZ. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
that's messing with me. The kill feed never messed up. I swear to you, it was never the kill feed.
Close out the map, please. Give me the map 5. We're going to a game. We're done. Holy.
It was a great way to start the day, and we went back to Den for game 5. Toronto dominated the end of S&D to get their first win over Heretics.
3 is Koi. Big gunfight win. Things maybe get a little messy if he loses that. The fact is the time was already against them. Nice round there. Oh, now they do. Oh, no. Things slipping away. Renkor 1 versus 2. 25 seconds to go. Did we get us down to a 1 versus 1? Oh, he gets spotted. He's in trouble. Tagged up and dropped.
This will hopefully be the start of a rivalry between these two teams, and with some more reps, I could see Heretics being a really competitive team. Miami is under practice compared to other teams. That said, 8-0 is rough. For a sec, I thought Koi was gonna choke after slamming Miami on Scar, but then Traix teabagged round 1, Den S&D, and I knew it was over. I like what I seen from Insight. ReaaL looked amazing as well. Good showing. The series I was most excited for on the day was this one. Surger in a weird rebuilding phase. They did a complete roster sweep, getting Lunarz, Gwinn, another rookie aBeZy, and former Halo Pro Lqend. This is a strange roster construction, and many question if Lqend will be able to compete after such a quick transition to the league. He was just grinding Halo a month or 2 ago, and not only did he make the switch, he's also in the Pro League. Gentlemates have built a strong roster of Neptune, Ghosty, Sib, and Envoy. They recently beat OpTic in a preseason tournament and are already contenders. When map 1 got underway on Colossus, Lqend actually looked really comfortable with the movement in BO7. Gwinn was also setting the tone early.
One shot. Absolute side door.
However, Gentlemate's slaying power was too much for Surge to control, and they got smoked on the second set of rotations.
And then that small misstep and, well, Gentlemate's breakthrough.
Oh, here we go. Ghosty, a cerebral player, finding big flanks. Over the 200-point mark we now go, and the Paris Gentlemates are starting to outpace Surge.
Yeah, close until it wasn't. You're just looking for a little finisher. 249, sit there, lock.
Lqend had a good debut game despite the L, but the Search and Destroy had Sib written all over it. He rises to an S tier player when the sniper's in his hands and helped lead his team to another dominant win on Colossus.
Happen on the map if they're leaning towards that bomb site. I mean, that's as good as it's going to get. Bomb planted for free.
He's got chips. He's got grand finals appearances. He's got chips. You name it. Ghosty's first blood. Gets rid of Gwinn. The vet down. Envoy.
But Lqend does anyway, so Lqend build different. And Dan Ghosty, another 1v3.
LA tries to get another. This is the 1v2 now. Lunarz. Vancouver Surge. All right, boys, pack it up. We're going back to B. No, wait, Abe.
Stop. You have the bomb, brother.
Abe.
You have the thing.
Man down. As is the bomb. Here comes Lqend, Lunarz to try to recover, and it is going to be the end of the...
Gentlemates expectedly carried that momentum into Overload, and Envoy was putting Surge on a highlight reel.
It's exactly where Surge want to have it.
Yeah, they wanted it. Lqend doesn't get there fast enough. Envoy able to pick up two. Takes care of Abe, and now with a fresh magazine of Jaeger 45, he was looking for another. Quick recovery. Oh, and the pickup. Not a shot!
Front server, yep. Could be P2. He's already... I'm coming left.
Yeah, I'm coming left, dude. Pick up entry niche one.
Yeah, I got it. Already here. Gwinn, weak.
One dive, open it.
One more.
Nice.
One's outer. Lqend. Outer roof dead. Outer roof dead. Left side. Server pinch. Yeah, I'm... Server pinch. Go fast if we can. Go fast if we can. Nice pinch. 100%. That's me. Outer P2, I promise. Yeah. So there's like Gwinn, one shot.
Yeah, there's two there statue.
Challenging me, bro. And Cat just re-challenging.
Not on ball.
Probably middle or something.
It's Lqend, bro. He's lost. I'm going there, son. I'm ball. I'm absolutely... That's not Lqend, though. He's one shot.
Ultimately, Ghosty led the charge, and the mates closed it out 4-1 on Den. It's nice to see because Gentlemates really struggled last year, but their team looks much better. Ghosty dropped a 1.54, and Lqend dropped a 0.84 in his debut. It was the expected outcome, and Surge gotta get back in the lab. Ghosty is so gross at this game. The damage difference between Lqend and the rest of the lobby is wild. I hope he can turn things around soon. Gentlemates are going to be an awesome team to watch this whole year. Neptune moves different on the map. The most worrying part about Lqend is the damage. 5.7k is just worrying if you're a teammate of his. The last match of day 2 was Cloud9 versus G2 Minnesota. Cloud9 is another team that did a complete rebuild, adding Beans, Mac, Vivid, and Afro. I actually like this team on paper, but they faced a tough matchup against G2 Minnesota, who have Mamba, Skies, Estriel, and Kremp. Both teams started on Colossus hardpoint, and it was a bang out. Estriel and Kremp nearly both dropped a 40 piece, but Mac answered and shut them down. C9 took the last 2 hills to take an early lead.
To Beans, hipfire connects from the M15, and well, it was a good start for C9, but now it's really just been all G2. And while this guy, I mean, the desk talked about it, we talked about it, him and Estriel just seem so comfortable right now playing at this pace. They pull out all the drawbacks, and now they are finding all the... But the thing is G2 very much still in the game because of that early lead.
One-on-one on the point for a second here. Mac's gonna win it though. Pistol out, doesn't really hit much of anything. But the fight is still in the point. Always seems to be one more body for Cloud9, and that one more.
G2 Minnesota had been dominant in SND from the start of BO7, and they carried that into today's match. It was a Kremp versus Mac showdown. Minnesota won 6-2.
Nice shots, but early trades, and it feels like the trades have always gone G2's way so far, except for Mac. But another 1 versus 1. Mac's double turns into...
Skies, lovely shots. He gets tagged up. The help comes in. Now I'm down, I believe, top mid.
Right at him.
And he guns him. Fight. Time dwindling now, 30 seconds to go. Pressure. Vivid and Mac to clutch up now.
He saw him. He spotted him going to the corner. So you're going to have the 1 versus 1. So again, just Mac making the plays. And well, we're into another 1v1.
Why not? That's
Mac
all we've had.
ace.
Can Mac get it? Oh, give him one more pull.
C9 had previously mentioned not practicing much on Overload, and it seems like they're still a bit behind. Minnesota outslayed them, gained map control, and ultimately won 4-1.
Get it off that side of the map, and they just never really did. They kept trying to force it, but here we go. They finally did it to the B side off the respawn. Immediately, it's a capture. I think this is what some of the top teams do a little bit better job of.
Kremp taking it around again, and everybody's in front of him too. Almost a third. 2 left in the chamber. Tries to reload. He'll get the assist. Oh, yeah, it ends up being a team kill, so might as well chalk him up for 3. They'll actually take it and slide it in for the 4th. Up 3 minutes.
We moved to the Scar hardpoint, and Afro took over. Both Afro and Vivid had 4K damage.
At P4, that is the side of the map that you want, a big money hill. But
Afro do by himself. What can Afro do by himself? Able to get 2, and enough is absolutely right. 3 for
and Minnesota
him.
kept it close until the final set of rotations. Cloud9 pushed a much-needed Game 5.
A couple seconds earlier, yeah. I mean, COD, it's a game of seconds, but they're breaking it until Mac, well, he might tell them no. Great. Oh,
just continue to militant as much as they can, put the pressure on G2.
And I don't think you can just set up. You haven't done enough in those final couple rotations. Things have fallen apart. But they could be the heroes still. How are they going to do this, though? It's not going to be easy, and no, they're not. There's the break. You only needed 1, and you said it perfectly. Take your time if you're Cloud9. Take your time and find the opening. Okay, there's the tick.
It's safe to say this one lived up to expectations, as both teams went back and forth before Afro won a crucial 1v1 against Mamba.
Just playing the 50-50, so we're going to have a...
Just kind of hoping that was the case. We get a more interesting 1v1 here.
Good old-fashioned 1 versus 1.
And this feels like 1. I mean, they need Afro to win this. They need him to win this. The timing is crazy, right over it.
Then Mamba won a 1v1 to extend the lead.
Watching the cross from top green. Afro, I think, was thinking about trying to defuse, and somehow we are alive. We're into a 2 versus 2. We're to another 1v1 again, and Mamba puts it away.
Unfortunately, Vivid dropped a donut and lost the series, but it was an overall great series for Kremp and Estriel, while Afro also played well today. It was an exciting conclusion to day 2. I don't think there was any delays, and the final matches of both days have been really entertaining. Estriel, I promise you, I will not let the people forget this performance. Undefeated in Black Ops 7, just hand us the rings already, man. Afro is LeBron on the Cavs. By the end of the day, Ghosty and Estriel are the top performers. Ghosty dropped a 1.5 and Estriel a 1.22, helping contribute to their team in big ways. And as good as these matches were, the best is yet to come because they stacked these matchups for Sunday. So let's get right into it. For the second and final time this weekend, we're seeing 2 of the top teams go against each other. Falcons lost their opening match while Thieves won, and we got started on a Scar hardpoint. Instead of Simp, this time, aBeZy is playing his former teammate Cellium. There have been many question marks surrounding Exnid, but in map 1, he showed what he brings to the table with a 39 kill performance. His SMG duo, Pred, was close behind, and they won the first hardpoint against Thieves.
Right side's that weak, Falcon. Nice job. Top blue, on you.
I think top blue. Let's go on you. Top blue, the back, guys. Yeah, look at this. Open bin.
In the back. There's 118 on me. I'm just getting top. I left. In the back of me, Dad. Left me. One top. Weak. Back right army. One stop on me. Hey. One ticket. I got nailed on top. Alright, so give me a minute. Give me alright, AGP1. Missing 1. AGP1. I'll get the right off. He's going broken knee.
Getting something done on 4 in a row. Can he take care of Cellium? No, he cannot. And now Falcons just need 1 wave of kills, and this map 1 is theirs.
God shakes him off the heady. Now you go back to the hard point. Exnid almost able to take everything, but Cell and KiSMeT right behind the play reinforced. Last 3 seconds. Last man.
Thieves responded with the fastest S&D game of the weekend, and maybe the entire season already on Den.
About 12 seconds. No one will fall off the score streak. First contact though for aBeZy. That works out well for 4 in a row. Kenny caught at mid, but again, the clock has already expired on a chance to defend or defuse, and it will be a perfect 6-0 for the LA Thieves.
Truthfully, Overload was not much closer, as Thieves had control of the map nearly the whole game, with Scrap and Hydra stepping up as well. Kenny was also freestyling and had a nice clip towards the end of the game.
Towards the B point. Kenny in position, deals with 1.
Falcons don't have a chance on the way back in, but you can gain some momentum. Try to get this score in to give yourself some kind of energy going into map 4, and you can.
Wow, moving right now.
Falcons kept the exposure hardpoint close, but Thieves pulled away in the last few rotations to secure a 2-0 start on the brand new CDL season.
Double, and Kenny finds himself at 21-19. The Thieves find themselves in the lead. They collapse back onto the hill, selling some trouble. Values his life backs away. Falcons off the respawn, hitting from the low ground, and the pitch set up from up high is decent, but not actually good enough to get the Thieves out of the hard point. As Scrap finds another 2-piece. Cell trying to
Thieves can close it out at B3.
Yeah, the timing of the eliminations just not ideal for the Falcons. KiSMeT has to make the long journey over, and aBeZy is prepared.
It was a consistent effort across the board for Thieves, and Falcons will have to get back in the lab and figure out how to make this roster work, because Falcons poured a lot of money into this roster. Brian came clutch with the stats, saying that aBeZy is now 11-0 when facing former teammates for the first time. Those hard points were cinema. Also, Kiz nearly having as much damage as Cell and Exnid is wild. Falcons are going to be a fun hardpoint team to watch this season. Those hardpoints were electric. Speaking of playing former teammates, Neptune is facing 04 and Abuzah in the second match of day 3. FaZe hasn't won a hardpoint yet, and that didn't change in map 1. FaZe is struggling to break hills and secure rotations, and Zuma shared his thoughts on why he thought they were having trouble.
We don't got an entry fragger. We don't got a Neptune.
You could have.
We don't have aBeZy.
FaZe wasn't going to go down that easily after losing 3-0 on opening day, so they bounced back with a decisive 6-3 win on SND.
He can't do much more from here. Sib on an absolute rampage. Abuzah's eyes poked clean out on 04, completely alone. Sib, what a round.
Set up towards the middle of the map. He does get traded out. We had a 3 versus 3, and still a default setup on the offensive side of things. No craziness just yet.
04 still running sharp. This time he's not getting smashed through the walls. He's managing to actually deal damage to the players on the inside. And Sim, a sneaky attack through the front and a double smoke as 04 once again gets away with it. Allows Sim to now reposition. Can he catch Ghosty out? Sure can. Last man left alive, Sib. And now in a world of hurt on the strategic retreat, but he may be able to catch a soul out or two here. Sim, the number 1. Next man in. 04. He and Abuzah shoulder to shoulder now, pairing together. Oh my God.
When we reached the overload, the FaZe SMG duo took over the game, and FaZe extended the lead before Gentlemates had no time to mount a comeback.
Difficult stop. Envoy's going to be the point man. Here comes the hop. Sib's in, and it's good. It is 3-1. Mates still with a position into control, but they have to worry about the next spawn. Top wide open. It's looking like 4-1. Drazah from one end to the other. Great overload.
Yeah, this is the map of inches right now, how close that could have been to 2 punishing mistakes maybe for FaZe being out of position, but ends up working out perfectly. Now the kill's going your way because Simp is just doing whatever he wants. Spawn traps getting set up on both sides of the map. Man's 24 and 16. He's got 04, 26 and 14. The SMGs for FaZe have kicked up indeed.
Oh, they've had the entire map control. They had the exact execution they wanted there, but they lose both the gunfights. Simp back through mid. Abuzah finds 3, and they're all dead. They're all dead. Pick a goal, any goal, and send it, boys. Waiting for the intel. The front man Abuzah once again finding kills. Over to the B goal we go. This could be number 6. Can Chris Lair put it away? Coverage from over the top. The stuns and nades are finished. Picked it up from Ghosty, and there is Sib. The last man 04 wins the fight, and little does he know, it's his goal. A quick hop, and that's the 6th.
Yeah, just get to run it up if you want at this point. I mean, they have just feasted.
FaZe continued the pattern of losing hardpoints, and Envoy delivered a disgusting 3-piece that sealed the deal on exposure.
FaZe finally holding. The bias caster is back. BUYEST chat, just in case you were wondering. 30 to go here. Envoy with an unbelievable attack towards time. And a superb break for Dylan Hannon.
I mean,
I expected the final map to be close, but it turned out to be the exact opposite. FaZe crushed Gentlemates in every round, and we got another 6-0 on the day. It was a disappointing finish from the Gentlemates. 04 was even shooting jumpers after the win.
Effort demoralizing into game 5.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that will be all she wrote. FaZe Vegas 6-0 in game 5. That was as good as it could possibly get. As good
FaZe
as it
and
could.
Gentlemates finished the weekend 1-1. I called the upset. If Drazah gets back to form, they're winning champs. Good win from the boys to ice up. Hard points need work. 04 fried those last few maps. Simp playing at an MVP level. Abuzah stepped up, and Drazah needs to figure out his game. We made it to the final match of opening weekend. OpTic versus Minnesota. Both teams have been really good in preseason tournaments, and I expected this to be a close one. Shotzzy opened this series by holding Skies hostage.
And keep in mind, there was that look on this map earlier today with the Falcons.
Oh, no way.
But Shotzzy doesn't need IR, he just needs a body shield.
Unfortunately for OpTic, they could not find the lead throughout the game, as Shotzzy and Huke had a rough game.
I'm watching. I don't see him on the Stop. You need to stop dead. I'm reaching green. Give me a sec. I'm not bitching green. Don't talk about AB. Ready, we can know. Nice. Take your time. One bullet. There's two. We're Dashy on time. Yo, it's my man. Hey, we're all spinning. They're gonna put your side. They're gonna put your side. I'll get next. Time one shot. Half time top blue. Time top blue. Let's do. Go right. Need a footing. I'm behind all of them. I'm blocking. Missing one. Watch out.
G2 looked pretty strong in the first hardpoint, and Skies closed it out with a great streak.
And there's a chance to break this hardpoint open with the Hellstorm.
Yeah, that's such a sticky spawn. You got to make sure you're guaranteed blocking the back of green 4P5 because KiSMeT gets blessed with one opportunity. He makes the most of it, even with OpTic.
For map 2, we're seeing Raid for the first time in S&D. Mercules made so many great plays in this S&D to help OpTic extend the lead.
Down by 1. Time's ticking.
Merc mid-map. Whoa! Smokes KiSMeT. So now it's on to Dashy, trying to play against Skies in bedroom, and he gets a good look at him, but Skies will get the kill.
Wait a minute.
Is a heck of a call from Merc. Skies
can't see it from low.
He's got to come back over to them. They can't see him. And
G
Merc
will be what he has to work with.
He's going to go for the full re-wrap. What a ballsy call. And the timing may work out perfectly. He's going to have top bedroom control. Has an M15 off the reload. 8 seconds on the clock. Mamba falls in the blink of an eye. And now it's just down to KiSMeT, who has to try to stick for it. Mercules comes back over to check. KiSMeT gets pushed off the defuse, and Mercules is going to clutch up the round thanks to the clock. What a call to re-wrap bedroom. Only after checking the bomb from pool stairs for a brief moment early.
Now with the series tied, we went to Den, and OpTic dominated off rip. Minnesota couldn't score, and OpTic won 3-0.
Lobby, dude. I think last 2 jets. On lobby, Caesar, dude. Last your left. I'll get ball in the middle. Already short on me. What's left? I'm pushed out left. I'm on this spawn. What's tiles? Pushed out left. We need to kill the tiles. They're back spawn. That's him to the left. Tiles weak, then it's short. What? Good shot, man.
Made it short.
He had at least someone else right on his back foot after the first elimination comes through, but to go to the knife and still follow up one more beyond that. Just something special. 5 in a row, 15 and 11. OpTic now playing through Dojo with 2 eliminations in the mix. Skies trying to guard, but Dashy up top finds one. Dashy will find the second. Merc will score. Hellstorm earned.
Minnesota had one last chance on exposure hardpoint, but OpTic shut them down and ended the series 3-1.
Be able to take down 1, and with 3 going down on the feed, OpTic can hop right in the hardpoint.
Now you can see they're really trying to get KiSMeT out of position from top window. Dashy. Oh my! Okay, little jump shot across the map. Obviously, Estriel was low, but still doesn't take away from how impressive that little pop shot is. And that'll be now it is a do or die moment for G2. 40 seconds to fight through on P2. They need the break. They need the rotation to new on top of that. Contested is Estriel to the fine one. Goes of the defending world champs, and Mercules put an exclamation point on it with an extra one for Huke.
Dashy had a great series, and Shotzzy did a post-game interview to close out the day.
Now Overload's got I don't know, everyone complains about it. Overload's my favorite mode. It's just different. And yeah, I mean, I'm Kyrie just, hooping.
You are hooping, my friend.
Shotzzy, what's amazing is we have a production dude who didn't watch Call of Duty before working on this show. He now walks around proudly with his OpTic Texas jersey. You're his favorite player.
Hell yeah.
What is it like to be I guess, a superhero to the fan bases around the world? You are the star of our game still.
Superhero's crazy. But I mean, it feels good. Just I'm gonna keep doing me, and it's just as simple as that. And I appreciate everyone that loves me or loves the game and all that.
Just like that, the opening weekend of the CDL has ended, and we're in for an exciting season. After 9 total matches over 3 days, many teams have shown early promise, so we'll see if they can maintain it as the game and rosters evolve. Here's a look at next week's matches, and I'll be right back on the channel to cover it all. Thank you so much if you made it to the end of this video. It was a long one, and I'm going to try different ways to do these recaps, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope y'all have a great week. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.